up in the third, fourth quarter. I don't even want to hear it, man. A lot of y'all went home. A lot of y'all turned y'all went to watch UFC. A lot of y'all turned your motherfucking TVs off. A lot of you went in there and cuddled with your girlfriend. You didn't know what you was gonna say tomorrow, and you woke up to Cam Heisman doing it again. And he kind of created some of it. You know what I'm saying? But he made it happen. What Cooney said to me is, he said, one said, "Street, watch this." And that's what he said.
Yep.
He said, "What?" He said, "Watch this."
And we watched it.
What's going on, man? Got 180 in here, bro. Steph said, and we watched it. We got 180 in here, man. Hit the like button, share, send it to your homeboy, man. We about to get into this, talk about what happened last night. I'm still out here in Oakland. I'll be headed back today. Donnell said, "Who that girl?" That's Steph. Last night, man, if you didn't stay up to watch that, man, that's going to be something that's going to hunt you. If you're a Kane fan, it's going to hunt you for the rest of your Kane life. If you didn't stay up to watch that and you gave up, I'm gonna get into this, man. Then I'm gonna bring my boys in here. If you're a villain, if you're a member, right? If you're a villain, want to be a member, hit 786-405-9499. Send us a text or look in the description, the link down there. If you're a member, before the season started, I said for the first time, Caneville, we're going to travel to every game because we felt this was going to be an epic, memorable season. All my villains in the comment section. If I'm lying, I'm flying. Had no clue like how it was going to play out, but I know that in order to be a part of something, big, epic, you have to have vision. You have to be able to see. You have to be able to see it, and then you got to be willing to take a chance, right? So we've never traveled to every game since we've been covering the Kings. Usually by now, they've dropped 2 games. Y'all stop clicking on links. And the sizzle is gone. And we just go to the home games, and that's it. So up until now, man, because I mean, literally, I mean, we grassroots company from ground up. We create things to pay for travel and stuff like that, and we're not a huge company, so we had never traveled to every game. But up until now, 6-0, we've been to every game because we believe that what we saw in spring, that this could be an epic season. At the least, you get to watch a college quarterback that comes around once in a lifetime, maybe twice in a lifetime, at the least. But it's turning out to be more grandiose than what we thought. Last night, I'm in the stadium. The Cal fans are talking trash. I'm thinking I'm about to watch them tear the goalpost down, just like Vanderbilt. I'm thinking of them, Vanderbilt. They run through the streets with the goalpost, and I realized that I may be on the other side of some more goalpost stealing, right? I was talking to my boy Medi, and Medi was like, "Street, just going back down to the field, man. You finna be a part of them boys storming the field, and you know what I'm saying? Just going down there and capture it." And then that's not what happened. And things started to change. Things started to change real fast. And all I could do was just keep doing math, right? Down 25. We got to score this many times. We get 2 points. Okay, down 20. That's only 3 scores. Cam Ward can score 3 times. They can't run the ball. All I could do was kept doing math. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Kept doing math, looking at the scoreboard. Math, more math. 18, we down 18, we down 13. Got 6 minutes left. My math teacher would have been proud of me. But I say all that to say this, man. Shout out to the villains in our membership, bro. Y'all get to see some epic content because we put these things together, and all of it lives in the villain membership. But through 6 games, I told you I thought this would be a memorable season, and that's what we call all the content that we put out, a season to remember. So I'm gonna bring my boys in here, if I could find them, Medi and Rich. What's going on, man?
Yo, what's up? What's up?
So listen, it's 9 o'clock where I'm at over here. It's 9 o'clock. I have no clue what time it is over there. I've been trying to do the math. I just ain't. You know what I'm saying? I haven't. I just ain't figured it out. What time is it over
12 p.m. Eastern, 11 o'clock for me Central Time.
12 p.m. Eastern over there. So it's 9 o'clock over here. It's 12 over there. Last night in the villain membership, we were in the Discord 5 o'clock in the morning. 4 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock over here, 4 o'clock over there. I was standing on the corner waiting on an Uber with the homeless people in Oakland. If when we watch it together in our membership, right, and you see the different emotions from all the people as they're talking, um, some of it's unbearable. You know what I'm saying? Some of it's unbelievable. Some of it's, but you gotta, yeah. Everybody's in there together, and you see everybody's emotions. At at Was there a point in that game in the comment section, and Medi and Rich? Was there a point in that game? I'm gonna go to you first, Medi, where you thought that, man, this over, man. We 5-1.
Yeah, down 35-10. But I guess I just stayed because I wanted to see a fight. I wanted to see adjustments. I wanted to see this team can't be that good like that. Because that's why I kept going back in my head. I'm like, this team scored 9 points on Florida State. I was like, what am I missing? I'm like, what am I missing like, what am I missing here? Like, but I maybe I'm a psychopath. Maybe I'm, not Cam Moore, but maybe I should be in a psych ward. But I was like, I just want to see this team fight, man, because I think this team is way more talented than that first half put out. But I just need to see the coaches coach. I need to see adjustments. That's it.
Yeah. Rich, at any point did you like just go ahead and roll over with your wife and was like, damn, 5-1, man. We'll talk about it in the morning.
Nah, I didn't because I wanted to see the same thing because we haven't been on this trajectory in a long time. So I wanted to see what type of fight we gave. Um, and to be here was my thought process. If we would have took a L and it would have been 35-38, to be honest with you, I would have been okay with that. I would have been okay with that L because we put 25 points on the board after being down by 25. I would have been okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
But so I was invested because I wanted to see how much the team was going to fight back. Now them getting the win, I'm telling you that says a lot. That takes this season from being a good season to being a historic season. So I'm all in for the ride.
Yeah, I'm sitting upstairs. A couple of y'all asking me who the girl is. That's Steph. Steph works with Footballville. She has her own stuff going on in the locker room. Go check out. That's Steph. She's working us for maybe 3 weeks now. Graduated from FIU. We upstairs in the press box, and she's just showing me all the teams that lost today. Like, look at this. Today is crazy. Tennessee lost. Alabama lost. as I'm watching, as I'm watching Cal rip off 50-yard screen passes on us. And I'm like, are we finna add to this day? Like this day of all these teams going down? Who lost? Tennessee lost. Alabama
Yeah,
lost.
5 of the top 11. USC lost.
USC lost.
USC
Michigan
lost.
lost. I don't think they were top.
Missouri lost.
Missouri lost.
Yeah.
You know
I
what's
mean,
crazy about those losses
talk to me.
is like when you look at the way that Alabama lost, you look at the way that Tennessee lost. It was really execution at the end of the game because in those cases they were still in the game. It was what they did within 2 minutes of the end of the game. And for Alabama, for Tennessee, they didn't do what was necessary to win, and we did what was necessary to win. We was backed up on the 7 yard line, and we completed a 77-yard pass.
Right. I I don't. Manny, what you just said when you was like, this the same team that scored 9 points versus Florida. You know what, bro? In this day in college football, I'm realizing between the transfer portal and NIL, something has changed to where your team doesn't seem to be as sound as you think it is.
Mm-hmm.
And it could be because of cohesiveness. It could be because of, but you cannot look at another game anymore and compare it to your game.
Transitive properties have never worked before NIL. It doesn't work.
To me, Mendoza had 300 yards versus Florida State, so he didn't play bad. But whoever he was throwing the ball to, it seemed as if they channeled their inner Black Mamba or Dave Metcalf or any like those guys was catching the ball and getting missing on our defense.
The blocking was sound. The he was taking the shots he was getting. Like that's why I was so frustrated because in my head I went back to I said it in our group chat. I said the game felt like that Louisville. I mean not Louisville, that NC State game with what's my man that got drafted first round? I think he ended up winning like the Nagurski Trophy or something like that from NC State.
The
What?
linebacker?
Yeah, motherfucker had like 20 tackles that game with some shit by himself. He was something
Uh-huh.
crazy.
With TVD?
Mm-hmm.
I saw
That
somebody
game we
with a
lost.
TVD jersey on yesterday too.
Yeah,
But
we
go
lost.
ahead.
That's the game we lost. I think 20-6. I can't remember if that was 2 years ago or last year.
Somebody say Peyton Wilson?
Hey
Peyton
Wilson,
Wilson. Yep. Looking at that linebacker they had, like I was like, this shit feels like it has that same feel. Like the offense kind of seems anemic. This kid is running around everywhere. He doing stuff that like who is this dude? Like that game alone, I think got that dude vaulted up into a postseason award, and it got him in the first round, in my opinion. So
He yeah.
I'm watching this kid, and I some of my homeboys I was talking to, I was like, yeah, hey, that kid Uluwave, I was like, he's there, Ruben Bain. He Pac-12 freshman defensive rookie of the year, all that. Like he's not gonna let the team down. And I think they were glazing during the halftime. He had like 12 tackles during like in the first half by itself. And I was like, the field is just the same, like anemic offense, can't seem to get the ball on the field. The turnovers weren't as bad per se, but the only thing that was missing was that I didn't know who Cal's KJ Concepcion was.
right?
It felt like they had like fucking four of them at one point because these
Like they
deep
had
shots.
two or three of them. Yeah,
Yeah, because these deep shots to guys that I'm like, they don't do that on normal weeks. Like that's not something that they couldn't do that against Florida State in they secondary. I watched two Florida State defenders tackle each other. Yeah, people talking about, oh, that was a target. I seen two Florida State defenders on that Clemson game hit each other helmet to helmet. I was like, you should have called target to them two, not us. And the dude walked in from Clemson for a touchdown, for their first touchdown. And that game ended up being closer than a lot of people thought. You know what I'm saying?
uh-huh.
So I think, yeah, like seeing that team and what you're saying, Street, like, yeah, and that's why I don't do score predictions, because yes, that I think the NIL, I think the lack of cohesion, I think the fact that you got a coach because now I'm looking at like as Justin Wilcox as a coach, like what do you tell your team going into practice on Monday? You came off a bye, 2 weeks prepared. You had every chance, and it looked like for the first half they did it. Like we're gonna take these quick shots, 50-yard. This is what we know they're gonna do. Single high safety.
Great game plan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like just
Great
get the
game
ball out
plan.
quick, get that bitch downfield, and give our guys a chance, right? You know, their secondary is meh, and they defensive line is so we can't let you hold the ball because we're gonna get you killed. So great game plan for them in the
It
first
was
half.
great. The
Yeah.
second game plan was great too. Like even when we got on to what they were doing, then they started running misdirection. That started working.
Mm-hmm.
A reverse.
I'm telling us,
Because
yep.
but the whole time, and we're gonna get into the show here in a second. The whole time, what I kept thinking was this. They had 10 yards rushing the ball in the third quarter. They couldn't run the ball. They're up. But it's kind of like they have to play balls to the wall, take chances in order to in order
Move the
to
ball.
in order to move the ball, in order to be up enough to beat us, right? When they idle down and start running, trying to run clock, they're going to go completely dead.
Because they're not built for that.
They're not built for it, and they couldn't do it. They couldn't run the ball, so they
Mm-hmm.
would have been better off just playing, just playing
Ball
how
to
they
the
were
Sandlot
wall.
playing.
football, doing whatever they had to do.
Right, right.
Because
Because when they decided to okay, it's 8 minutes left, we got to run up. They started going backwards, and if the refs didn't throw those flags, they wouldn't go forward. And
no,
every time we would get the ball, it was almost like an elephant growing in a room. And I'm gonna tell y'all, 14 zip, down 13 points in that stadium, they might as well just started chanting, "Oh shit, here we go again," because they got quiet. The team got quiet, and it felt like they knew, like they've seen this before. Like they knew they wasn't supposed to be winning, and they got quiet, and the fight was kind of gone.
Shout out to the iPhone with the effects, man. That's crazy as fuck.
The what?
It was just like a bunch of like fireworks behind your head because the iPhone, like,
Really?
yeah, I don't know what you did, but like, yeah,
Oh, I did something. I didn't even know I did
yeah,
that.
yeah,
But
like,
no, but they, damn, I didn't even know I did that. But that those fans, they were the loudest stadium I've been in this year. It really was. It was the loudest stadium I've been in this year. But
oh
when it
wow,
started falling down,
I
you
can
could
feel that shit
feel
through the
that they
TV.
felt that, oh, this shit might slip away.
Yeah, you can feel that shit through the TV.
yeah, their lights are bright as hell. I don't
I,
know if
yeah,
they do that on purpose.
I'm not even BSing you. Like you can. It was like, and I think us as fans, like especially in the Discord, we was like, wait a second. It was like two people. I can't think of who it is right now. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna give y'all credit, but it was two people who was 10 toes down the whole time. I can't remember who it was in the Discord, but you can like they were like, we're gonna come back and win this.
Mm-hmm.
And in my head, I'm like, get the fuck. And
Heat.
then
Yeah.
yeah, he was one, but he said he stayed out the chat because we were insufferable, which we were. But it was two other people. I can't think of who it was. They were like, "You gonna come back and win this?" And I'm sitting there looking at it, and I'm like, "You can like." I've never had a game that won. The game where the Nkosi Perry game at FSU with the Brevin Jordan touchdown. I think it was.
Uh-huh.
That was the last time. I think that was probably one of the most epic comebacks I've seen in recent memory. I think that was this year, if I'm not mistaken. Um, but you can like as you're watching, you're like, wait a second. And then I got aggravated because I saw them put that backup quarterback in the black dude. And I was like, I know these people ain't flexing like this. And then he goes in, he has a couple anemic drives. And then I think they ended up getting like a field goal. And I'm like, something shifted. And then when Mendoza came back in, he looked like a different person. Like the kid that started that game, he looked like a ghost, like a shell of himself. And I was like, something is different here. I don't know what it is, but something's different. And then my biggest thing was well, Cam has been in this moment because he was here just last season.
Yeah.
But the defense, I don't know if they have been in that moment where it's like, hey, we gotta really pin our ears back. Then I see Wesley turn into a psychopath. I see Popo start hitting shit. Then eventually it carried on to the linebacker core, and then it started with Simeon Barrow. Simeon Barrow was like, nah, they could probably beat y'all. But I said it, I was like, it seemed like 10 the only motherfucker who stepped off the plane. Because
Yeah,
this motherfucker took like two double teams on and got to the quarterback. I said, oh shit. I think that's when things started. Like I said, something just changed. I don't know what it
Yeah,
is, but
he
something.
became unblockable. He has
Yeah, he
some
did.
tools that he haven't displayed in his college career, but he obviously can do, but haven't been asked to do.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And
he
then and then
became.
you can. It's like you ever like put gasoline down and then light it, and then you can see like the gasoline carry the path
Yeah,
of the fire character. That's what happened to the defense. It's like barrels sparked the light, and then the shit just started carrying everybody, and everybody who had been previously fucking plays up, quite frankly, it just took off like a wildfire. The whole then the defense line started getting. I see um, Mesidor, he starts getting pressure. And I see
yeah,
Bane, he always gets the sack, but he misses it. But you could tell Bane's like, that shit won't happen again. Like, fuck that. Then Bane starts getting pressure. Then it's like, then you see Baron, he gets the sack basically, but then he grabs the face mask, which is so odd. It was so odd to watch. Like, he's grabbing the dude's shoulder pad, and it's like Mendoza turned his head into his hand. And as he's reaching for, because he's getting blocked in the back too, Mendoza's like face mask just kind of like guides itself into his fingertips.
yeah.
And then at the very end, he pulls, and it's like, and you see Michael. I don't know. And you gotta talk to Michael. They finna smoke him on Cameron and Mace finna smoke him on Monday.
about
Him,
that
him,
no
him being
Diddy
on all
pose.
fours, yeah, awful. Like
We
I'm
made
like,
an epic video together, so I don't got nothing bad to say about Mike. Me and Mike made an
nah,
epic.
shout out to Mike. That's all
We made
love,
an
man.
epic video together. But then they killing them. I see women posting it and all. Mike was down
Yeah,
there like, "Roo,
yeah. Stat Baby posted it. She was like, "Hey, yo," I was like, "Stat Baby from Miami. What are you talking about? Like,
she
what
did."
is this? Yeah, what is this AO you speak of? Like, um, but yeah, Baron, like it was kind of a killer, but then they rallied back, and then I was like, damn, I thought Messenger got another one, but he actually got a shoulder pad, and then you could see like I said that flame lit, and the defense figured it out, not perfectly, but they definitely figured it out, and so it, like I said in the chat, we were insufferable, man. We were
I
like,
think
hey,
I see T got a lot of positive stuff he was saying last night with the Ed Reed.
you said T.
Yeah, T with the
I
three
gotta
money
go look
bags and the Ed Reed emoticon. He
in the
seemed like
chat or in the Discord.
he seemed like he was in the Discord. In the Discord, he seemed like he was
Okay.
even killed most of the night. Lex was losing his mind. Lex Lex
We
Yeah,
both
Lex
were.
was out of there.
We both
Lex
were.
was losing his mind. Yeah.
We took him to trial in the Discord, man. Lex is good, man. He
You said y'all
passionate.
took him to trial?
Yeah, we took him to trial, man. You know what I'm saying? What?
Nah, bro. So listen, we got 1,000 people in here. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button and share. Shout out to my boy Doob all the way from Africa, man. Anytime I back against the wall, I call Doob, and Doob is like, straight up. You live in America. You know California will be the 13th richest country in America if it was a country. What are you crying about? Go get the money. It's there. That's how Doob talk to me from Africa,
It
dog.
was also probably 3 o'clock in the afternoon for Dude too, so he probably was big chewing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, well, it's a regular day for me. What y'all mean?
Yeah. So shout out to Dude, man. Dude say I was confident because I felt like it did it at Michigan in 1998 when we came back from dead in front of 100,000 people. How much were we down at Michigan in 1998? Man, I don't even remember playing Michigan in
98 or
1998.
88?
That was the game before Catholics versus convicts, right? Remember that?
Oh,
We
1988.
were,
1988.
If it was
yeah, we were
1988,
down.
I got
Yeah,
nothing for
we
you
were
because I
down
wasn't
like
even
by
born
like
yet.
25 or 27.
I was a twinkle in my daddy's eye in 1988. So
I mean, it's like, bro. Listen, honestly, man, I can only compare watching Marino play to when we have the ball and we have to move the ball. How many times was it 1st and 20 last night? 3rd and 10, 1st and 20, 3rd and 7, and it felt like, oh, this is nothing.
Yeah,
Like, I can only remember to when Marino was the quarterback, right? Yeah, shout out to my boy Coach Hayes, man. Hayes gonna be fine though, man. I talk to Hayes like every day, man. He was talking football yesterday, so he good, man. So y'all at Coach Hayes on Twitter something. We gotta do something for him, man. Adam, make him feel good. send him some DMs or something, man. Coach Hayes' appendix, he had a little appendix issue, man. He's been in the hospital for like a week now. But I think he's going to be fine. He sounds a lot better now.
Bless up the Hayes, man.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I can only remember watching Marino where it felt like it's 30-20. Oh, we could get 30-20. You know what I'm saying? like we at 30. Oh, we got 2 plays to get 30-20. Oh shit, we can get 40 yards.
Just some outlandish stuff.
but I'm gonna tell. So listen. So let's get it going. What did this tell us about the Canes, Rich? Like what does this tell you about the team? Like what did this game tell you? If anything, shit, I don't even know I don't know anymore. Like
What it told me about the Canes is that we have. You just said it with the guy we have as a signal caller. We're never down and out. As a matter of fact, I remember the first TD pass that Cam threw. We got the rubbing penalty, which was crazy because who calls that at the goal line? But we got that penalty. That backs us up to the 6-yard line, and backing us up actually did us a favor because we had a better shot, or Cam had a better shot at throwing a touchdown. So it's almost as if sometimes these penalties, we make them work in our favor. We don't make excuses for them. And that's something that championship teams do, is they just don't make excuses for whatever shortcomings that they have on the field. They overcome them. Now, I do think that being a top 3 consistent team does warrant you making less mistakes, and does warrant you taking what the defense gives you in some cases. But I think we're on a trajectory that we've never been on before. So it's new, and in some cases, I don't know how to feel about it. You heard the Mendoza quarterback. They say he lived 3 minutes from campus and went to Columbus, and Mario and his daddy played on the same team in high school for Columbus. You feel kind of bad. You're like, man, I remember when we used to lose these games.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden we win in these games. So it's a good feeling, but at the same time, it's new territory, and I'm all for it because these are the bars we need to reach in order to get to where we need to go.
One second on Mendoza. Shout out to Mendoza and his dad. I watched his dad and him just keep chopping wood. The backup here, the backup on this 7-on-7 team, the backup on this team. Then the kid sprouts up. All of a sudden, he's 6'3", 6'4". And I'm like, damn, Dad, what happened? You know what I'm saying? Now he gets to be the starter at Columbus. Is he good? Is he good? I don't know. He gets a shot at Cal. You know what I'm saying? Goes there, and all the quarterbacks just fall off. And they're like, oh, well, it's your ball. As a freshman, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like what happened to CJ at NC State.
Yeah.
Like, and he gets a shot last year, plays okay. And now it's his team. I mean, it's his team, but I watched him as a kid just stay the course. Dad get some trainers. You know what I'm saying? Just stay the course. Got a dad on your side, you know what I'm saying, that's walking you through the process. And so shout out to him. He was throwing on the sideline in the third quarter, and I recorded him. And I don't say nothing to those kids during the game for the most part. The Hurricane kids sometimes just walk up to me and say what's up. Like Borregales is always saying what's up to me as he kicking in that fucking net. But I don't say anything to him because it's their time. It's focus. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really get in the way, but I wanted to say something to him because the story is a hell of a story. It really is a hell of a story. So shout out to him, bro. If anybody hadn't said it, Medi, man, what did this tell you about the team?
Shit. If they didn't tell me, the people in the Discord damn sure did. Like if one is on the field.
Chris Young in the comments, man. God, Chris Young is our villain clown, man. This man is crazy, man. That man took a
Um,
nasty. That Wesley hit was vicious, dog. What are you talking
It
about?
was.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead, man.
no, 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 no. Look. In defense of Chris, man, I saw him when he got up. I was like, I thought I saw Grayson McCall part 2. Yes, I was like, oh shit, like god damn. I was like, he knocked the shit out that boy. The problem I have is when you go on TV, he gets up and he does this little wobbling, don't know why I'm at. Somebody help me to the sideline. And then he starts saying something to the coach. And the coach is like, hey, and then I guess he goes to the referee and signals, hey, we need to check that out for what's called.
Targeting.
When,
Yeah.
yeah, when they're reviewing and he's under the hood,
Uh
Mendoza turned. He looked normal again. He put his hair back and put his helmet on. Like he got his helmet on, waiting to go back out there. Like, I'm about to get this ball back. So I'm like,
Right.
maybe,
This. He in California. He was active.
maybe.
yeah.
He in California.
And then when they said, hey, the play stands, all of a sudden he looked like all of a sudden he looked like the bear that's currently under my abdomen. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, that's weird.
What?
So he looks like the bear that's currently under my abdomen. I was like, that's weird. That's funny. You just was like on the sideline. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought that I was like, he's concussed. Like when he got up, I was like, oh, he's concussed. He's done. They got to put the other quarterback in. Then I see him popping his helmet back on. I'm like, cut it out, dog. But hey, like Rich said, he in California. If this don't work out, you know what I'm saying? He probably got a great future in acting.
Right.
So, but yeah, they let me know that if number one, the Discord that is the villains, if number one is healthy and in the game, you got a shot.
Yeah.
I don't know what the defense gonna do. I can't tell you that because it seemed like every week is a guessing game, right? But if number one is in the game, at least on offense, you got a shot. And never before. And I said this last year against about a certain quarterback, and you can see how prevalent it is that they're going to mold themselves to the leader of that team, and that's Cam Ward. So
Right.
last year I said this team goes as far as Tyler Van Dyke goes. And Tyler Van Dyke didn't take us very far. You know what I'm saying? Maybe bowl eligibility. And that's where it stopped at. Which shout to us, we bowl eligible. But when Cam was down, that team was clearly down with him. Like they move as he moves. But if he's up and it's like, nah, we got a shot. Like they just fucked up. Oh, it's on.
Right.
And I don't want to get too overzealous, but a mindset like that makes you probably one of the most dangerous teams in America. Shout out to KB.
KB probably over there watching Hollywood Squares or some shit with on TV. KB, man, what did this tell you about the Canes? Did this tell you anything about the Canes?
I think we're learning, we're gaining experience. What it told us is we're not as good as what we thought, which is a good thing. You have to work on the things that you're not good at. Like people hear that and they think you be hating. And no, we're not as good as what you saw against Fam and Ball State. We are against those guys, but against these better teams, we're not there yet. Why aren't we there? It doesn't mean we don't have the talent to be there. We're lacking discipline, we're lacking structure, and the coaches are still trying to find balance. You find all those things, and then it matches up with the talent, and then we're there. So I think that's what we learned. We learned we got shit to work on, which is great. You don't want to be smelling yourself when you get to the playoffs and man, we beat everybody 50 to that. Nah, man, these are great games to have, man. They're scary and they hurt a little bit, but these are games you gotta have. So, we learned that we got shit to work on and it looks like we gonna do it. So
Hmm. I mean, no, that's the truth, bro. You said it. I was kind of didn't want to say it, but yeah, it shows us that we're not as good as we thought we were. Um, is this what 2017 felt like without Warren
Uh,
Moon, that quarterback? Like they was just winning games, and you look up and they were 8-0.
I don't think
yeah,
so.
Nobody thought that we were. Nobody thought they were great, huh?
no. Once I saw that defense, I knew we was gonna be a really good team. With we just weren't gonna have the offense that we needed. Everybody remembers that season and saying, "Man, we barely won this. We better." I didn't remember it like people love to take away from that team and say that team wasn't as good as their record. It actually was, bro. Like it was. We didn't have an elite quarterback, bro, and we still was around here with that defense, with that running game, with those. We still was out there balling. Um, so I mean, I guess there's a lot. There's some semblance of that with these last two games because we did have games like that, and it was kind of the same. Like Malik would bring us back, but a lot of times, Malik kind of got us in the hole in the first place, and that's kind of how Cam has been doing. He helps to get us in a hole, and then he just brings us back. But it's yeah. So I could see some of the semblance of 2017, but
Well, the comments is
My
on
my
your ass,
only
Kyle.
I
yeah,
don't
my
give a
only
Uh-huh.
fuck.
thing
No,
is
no,
They
no
always been
strong
doing
They
tone.
I
No
on
do
they
strong
kind
on
of
tone.
they on Cal
I
ass
do
about
agree
what?
with this.
Uh-huh.
Well, what they're saying is they're comparing what happened the past 2 weeks and how we overcame our adversity versus you. We look at the top 11, and five of the top 11 were not able to overcome their adversity, and they're in other conferences. And typically, what happens with those other conferences is they're still going to be top 10, 11 teams, even though they lost a game. And sometimes we know we're going to get it from the media. We know we're going to get it from other fan bases.
Mm-hmm.
So we gotta look at what we did, and they just want to talk about the genius and what we did, which I get it, but we do got things to work on. No doubt about it. Cam, I think him maturing and evolving his game a little bit to take what the defense is giving him
Uh-huh.
is going to be huge because those things extend drives. You keep the other offense off the field, and that in itself is a strategy to win games. So we got a lot to work on.
So here we go. Shout out to Sean Round with the 999 Street. Tell us what it was like to be in the atmosphere as the team was coming back. All right, so here we go with some nostalgia shit. So I'm walking through the hotel yesterday, right? Maybe 5 hours before the game. I see a player laying on the ground. It's Wesley. He laying on the ground by himself in the hallway. And I remember those days where you have games and you want to go get your head together and you sick of dudes playing grab ass in the room and you trying to get focused, you know what I'm saying? And he's laying down there by himself. And I didn't say nothing to him. I mean, sometimes I feel like it's their stage, like this their time, this their stage. I'm not here to intervene. You know what I'm saying? Just because I know you all the time. Um, and he's laying there by himself. I mean, for him to make that epic stop, like abruptly stop their quarterback as he's fucking. I don't know if he was gonna get a first down or not. For him to make that stop was huge for a guy that we saw. It had took him some time to get going. Now in the building, like I said, I was upstairs in the media room, and then they go up 35-10, and I was going back down to the field, and I sit back down next to Steph, and I'm like, I got to sit down, and they got to get a touchdown or something before I go back down there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to sit down and watch this, and then that's when they put the drive together, and Cam went down, and they got a touchdown real fast. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go down. But Steph was just showing me all the teams that lost. Like I told you guys, she was just showing me. ESPN had this thing where they just had these graphics of everybody that lost today, everybody that lost, and then you see the videos of Vanderbilt fans running through the street with the damn field goal. And Medi says, "Street going back downstairs because you about to be a part of another goalpost stealing and somebody rushing the field. So just going down there and record it." So when they get on the board, I go down. I was like, okay, I go downstairs because if something epic about to happen, I want to be in the fray of it. You know what I'm saying? I want to capture it, and I'm just doing the math. I'm doing the math. Damn, they get another 3 points. Now it's 38 to some shit, right? 38 to what? 18.
Yeah, because they went for two.
We down 20,
30,
and and
35,
and that
35,
and that
18.
and that going for two was epic. Like you said, that was an epic call for Mario. Cause we gonna let's call out the epic calls now, cause we always trash them in So whoever says, "Hey, go for two right now," whoever got the goddamn chart on the sideline that decides to go for two,
That was
that
an epic
one
call.
point, right, it decided the game. So I go downstairs. Now we down 20, and I'm like, I'm just doing the math. I'm like, we got 3 touchdowns. We got 10 minutes left. We could get 3 touchdowns in 10 minutes. Um,
It was 17. It was 17 Street.
it was 17.
It
It
was
was 20, right?
35-18. 35-18.
35 to 18.
Yeah, so 17 points. So
Then they went up by 3 more after we
yeah,
I could
got that touchdown.
I could have sworn it was 20 at one point in time. It was
it was.
38.
It was
18.
It
35-18.
was. Yeah, it
Then we stopped
was.
them and they kicked a field goal to make it back 20.
Right. And so then we get a touchdown. So now we down 13. When we were down 25, I'm walking around the sideline, and one of the Cal guys in the stand says, "Hey, Miami media guy, take a picture of me, goddamn it, take a picture of me." But I don't take that stuff like personal. Like I'm like, all right, I got you. To me, it's fan energy, whatever. We got Cam Ward, y'all don't, motherfucker. Watch this. It was like third quarter, right? So I took a picture of them. You know what I'm saying? We laughed. They winning. Cal, they winning. I mean, the fans are happy. When it got down to 13, the air went out of that stadium. And I told y'all in the membership, hey, listen, these fans are afraid. And this team, and they've gotten quite like and they was up 13. And all the energy was gone. The fans didn't have any fight in them. It was like they were losing, but they went docile. And I knew that their team couldn't idle down. Like they couldn't idle down and go to 3 yards in a crowd of dust. Like they couldn't run the ball, so they couldn't idle down and run the ball and get first downs. They couldn't do it. So as that started unfolding, then the penalties started helping them. When we got it down to 6, I'm walking on the sideline, man, and Michael Irvin losing his mind. I got videos of Michael Irvin. I'm picking up grass, eating grass. He was losing his mind. What y'all saw, like he was losing his mind.
They got him on TV chewing his manicure off.
Dog. So we down 6. I'm walking the sideline, and he's losing his mind. So I start recording Mike. Like, look at Mike, man. Mike back here losing his mind. We down by 6. And I also got a video of Mike explaining Jacoby George dropping that pass on 3rd and 10 across the middle. And he just turns around and starts talking to a random lady. Listen, man, you go across the middle, you gotta put the hands out. I'm like, does she even know what he's talking about? Like, did she play wide receivers? I don't think she knows what you talk about, Mike. Yeah, but he basically saying Jacoby kind of short-armed it. Like he ain't
Gotta get armed it, yeah.
Yeah.
He's scared to get hit.
Right. So, bro, and I know I'm doing this for Sean. I know I'm detouring off what we're supposed to talk about.
Hey, Sean paid his money, dog.
I found Kappa on the sideline. Kappa standing 5 yards away from Cam Ward and Lance. Wesley makes the hit. Boom. And now, while we in review, I got videos. I got a video of Arroyo right there saying, nah, he led by a shoulder. Arroyo was maybe 10 yards away from us. And we're standing there as Cam Ward and Restrepo and Lance are looking like some eager lions, bro, ready to get back on that field, because if you could look in Cam's eyes, he knew what he was about to do. All they had to do was say, that's not a targeting, and he knew we had won this game. We're standing like maybe 10 yards from him, and Kappa's taking pictures. And when they called it, you could tell that he knew that they were either tired or whatever we had figured out about their defense, he was going to exploit it. And that next play is when he hit Restrepo. So for anybody who think that Cam Ward holds the ball because the wide receivers aren't open, you just watched him for a quarter just throw 2 wide open wide receivers running running backs, wide receivers running wide open. So if any, I think our wide receivers don't get separation. That's not what Kim is doing. That's not what he's doing. So he hits Restrepo. Then we get down there, and then guess what? Personal foul, right? Personal foul. 3rd and 20. Did any one of y'all think that we wasn't gonna get 3rd and 20 at that point?
In my head, I was thinking like just get 10 and then go for try to get half of it back, you know what I'm saying? And then try to. But to get the whole thing, no, I didn't see that at all. I didn't. Like I said, and I said this in the Discord after the game, man. I'm sure you got to understand, man. I sat through a year of Tyler Van Dyke only last season. So everything that when I see those type of things, like Cam Ward isn't normal. And this is no blazing. Like I'm just being honest. Like he's not normal. Like his mama in the stands, they keep taking shots at her, like, and you can tell like she looking at him like you see her, you're like, she know her kid, and she looking like well, I know what she gonna do up there with her orange painted fingernails and shit. I'm like, yeah, she know. You can see in her like they raised him like he built for shit like this.
Yeah.
And if he hadn't taken the path that he did through the FCS, through the FBS, through a game like that only last season, I don't know if there's any other quarterback in the country who could have completed that. And we saw that firsthand with the guy they magically, well, not magically, that was earned. And Jalen Milroe, when the time came for him to be in a similar situation, he takes a sack and gets a strip fumble.
Yeah.
So I think she kind of knew what he was capable of. And I know it was like in a weird way, it kind of gave me this like this calm, like this presence, like no.
Because they're showing his mom on the television.
Yeah, she stone faced, like she looked like Mario in the college game day interview, like we've been here before, like we seen this. Like they said, she coached women's basketball for 30 years. Like
yep.
He's the son of a coach. Like he's like, we know. He said my mom told me my dad was harder because his dad coached him in football. You know what I'm saying? So you could tell like the moment wasn't too big. And I think as long as you have that, especially in your signal caller, you got a shot.
Yeah. We got 1,400 in here, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button and share. So listen, they get the long pass and we get down to the goal line, 3rd and 20, and it was no doubt in my mind he was going to figure 3rd and 20 out. I'm standing on the sideline. He hits Damian Martinez, and Damian Martinez is running right to me. I thought he was going. I thought it was going to be a touchdown. If he just puts his foot in the ground and with some dog in him, head to the end zone, right? I think he gets there. But he picked up. He was running pretty. He eventually was running pretty fast. But it's almost like he gets going slow. Like there's no like burst at first with him, and he steps out of bounds. And we standing on the sideline, and I look in the stands, and I'm looking for the dude that said, "Hey," because I happen to be standing in the same spot now. Hey, take a picture of me when they was up. And I'm looking, and I lock eyes with him, and he said, "Yeah, that was me, man." He said, and I just went over there and gave him dap, dog, because at that point I know the pain. We've had the pain for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
He just looked at me. He said, "Man, yeah, that was me." You know, Kappa was on TV in Oakland about trolling. Kappa don't give a damn. Kappa just started laughing at him, and I was like, "Dog," and he just was like, "That was me, man." I just went over there and gave him dap. I ain't really troll him or nothing like that. We got Cam Ward. They don't. You know what I'm saying? And I knew that even when we were down. We get the touchdown, and I'm walking back to the other end zone, and the security is still standing there with the chains to stop them from storming the field. I say, "Hey, these dudes ain't going nowhere. Y'all might as well put them chains down. They ain't going nowhere. They losing now." But somebody told them to stand there, right? Because that's their job, and they still were standing there. And then that's when you see the epic video of the Cal fans talking to the Hurricane fans, throwing stuff at them, calling them niggers,
Oh yeah, it was some
and
hard
whatever.
yards for sure.
But
Yep.
that's to be expected when one you just witnessed an epic loss. Now you're losing. You got these now the team is antagonizing you, and you got college kids who think they're tough
Wrong.
until somebody and think they're tough until that front row fall out, and now you're on the field with these motherfuckers who 6'5", 6'6". You know what I'm saying? It's to be expected, but it's just a messed up scene. But I believe in that moment, somebody calling you out your name or throwing something at you. To me, how I interpret that is desperation. That's desperation. That's the dog on the ground that's injured, and all he could do is try to bite you because he don't know if you're there to hurt him or help him. It's desperation. I'm gonna
Mhm.
take this last shot at you, and I'm gonna call you a N word, a nigga. To me, it's laughable. I think it's desperation. It's desperation, and it's throwing something, turning your back and throwing something. You know what I'm saying? I just think it's desperation. I mean, but the bottom line, the pain was coming. It was 30 seconds from the pain. And one cool thing, man, about being in that shit is as soon as the game is over, bro, the players celebrated with the fans. Like they go and they celebrated with the fans and they take pictures with them. And I saw Jason Taylor and like, holy shit, Joy Taylor is right there in the middle of the. You would think she'd be on the field. You know what I'm saying? She's right there in the
That's
middle
what
of
I
the
thought.
stands
Yeah,
with everybody else. I figured she would be down on the field. But that's the coolest part at the end that they some for some reason they really like enjoy it with the fans, like really embrace the fans. They Robbie watched it in the stand in the state, like actually in the jump up, and he's in the guy in there with the fans taking
Bane
pictures
did
and stuff.
too.
Who?
Bane, he jumped up there with his mom
Bang.
and them. Yeah.
Yeah, because I know it was a breastfed. I know Bang because I know I saw Bang yesterday on the elevator in the Villan membership. We talked about it, and he was cheesing. I said, "Boy, you finally get to play, right?" Like, and he started cheesing from ear to ear. I said, "You in shape?" He said, "Man, I've been running extra sprints." But if we would have lost that game on his first game back, I know what type of kid he is. I know that would have bothered him. He
Oh
made the
yeah,
first
absolutely.
tackle of the game.
He did.
Yeah, I know that would have bothered him. So Sean, there you go, bro. That's kind of what it felt like being down there. Did I ever think we were going to lose? I just knew mathematically we were in it. And if you ever watch Marino play for the Dolphins, you know what it feels like to have a guy that, all right, man, it's 5 seconds left, 60 yards to the touchdown.
Hmm.
And he will find Duper, he will find Clayton. And if you live through that, you know it's possible when you got a strong team, you know what I'm saying, a team that believe and a signal and a quarterback that just don't give a damn. Like he'll make it happen. So I had a clue. So listen, it was that Cam signature win, or we can't count it because how it started.
Season's too short, man.
I
It's only
think
6 games in.
I think this was a team signature win. The more
Okay.
we talk about it and the more we look at it overall, because the team had to overcome a lot. Defense had to get fired up, just like Mehdi said earlier. You know, Barrow lit the match, and it had to go throughout the whole defense for them to rise up and do what they did. So I think this is a team signature win, not necessarily a signature win for Cam.
Yeah,
What
I
you
would
think,
say
Mehdi? What you
I would
think?
say it's still kind of early, man. There's that is one on that on a lot of fans' radar, and this is why I keep telling y'all better start paying attention to these ACC teams. These people are not we are everybody's Super Bowl, but I think it's a program to find a win. I think when we go back and we looking at um, what we feel like this team has the potential to do, we're gonna go back to games like that, like Virginia Tech, and be like, "Hey, man, we talked about it all the time. The Ed Reed game in Boston College, you know what I'm saying? Like that team, top and bottom, should have been better than Boston College, but Boston College figured it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it took that epic play from Ed Reed to make it, something where it was like, okay, oh shit, like, hey, it might be. every game ain't gonna be as much a blow as we think it is. It's still early and there's still a lot of pivotal games, but it's definitely a program or a season defining win, if that makes sense. Because you lose that game, in the past you lose that game, and their season gets derailed for less. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely think it's season defining.
I saw Mario and Michael Irvin hugging like they was in the chocolate factory or something. Happy, 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 joy, joy. They were, well, they look like, you know what I'm saying? They were hugging like,
I want to point this out
I ain't never seen Mario like
real,
that.
real quick before KB give his take. He's sitting there and he's watching. I said in the group me, I mean group me in the Discord, Restrepo was like he has now more 100-yard games in a career than anybody.
Oh shit.
He has 9. He passed Andre Johnson, he passed Santana Moss, and I'm pretty sure he passed Michael Irvin. He is 225 yards away from being the all-time leading receiver in football history. He's about to. He's like 100. He's like 40. He's like 50 yards away from jumping Michael Irvin. So Michael Irvin is in person watching his record about to get shattered when he keeps showing up
Oh
to these
wow.
games. Yeah. Then it's Reggie Wayne. Then I'm pretty sure it's Santana Moss at the top. 225 yards, and we in game 6 of the season. So I think it's inevitable to say that not only is he going to pass it, but he's probably going to make it damn near unattainable again because he's going to clearly pass 3K, in my opinion.
How many yards you said?
225.
Yeah.
But which is a beautiful
KB,
sight,
what you
man.
think?
What was the question?
Cam Ward, epic. Was this his Heisman defining moment, or this is
Oh
just him
nah,
digging
I
a
would.
hole and getting out of it?
Yeah, nah, I would. Yeah, nah, I would say last week was more defining than this week because last week was a game where we looked like we were outmatched at times. This game, I don't even know what this game looked like, but last week Virginia Tech was beating up on us, and had 3 damn turnovers and all that. I would go with last week before this, but I'm with Mehdi. It's too early. I think let's wait and see. There'll probably be a game where he'll have a shootout and he'll outshoot the other, you know what I'm saying, person or something like that, the other team or what have you. So I think it's too early to call that one.
In the comment section, what y'all think, man? Do y'all think this was his defining moment? This just he took a shovel, dug a hole, and then climbed back out of it. I'm not gonna say he dug the hole. He wasn't playing
Not
great.
by himself.
We tried to run the ball, but those big plays almost buried us, bro. We got 1,600 in here. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button and share. Subscribe if you're not subscribed to the new Caneville YouTube. Those big plays, though, those big plays, they almost buried us because they had nothing else. Like that's all they had was those explosive plays, and how they kept happening was weird to me.
It felt like they tried to, you know, beat us with our own formula. That's what we're the best team in America when it comes to explosive plays. Like we're gonna limit their shit, and they're not gonna expect it, but we're gonna do it to them. And yeah, not almost that shit. That shit did bury us, and you can tell. It took some Herculean type adjustments from that staff that weren't perfect, but I think I speak for everybody when I say that this damn bye week can't come soon enough, especially with as epic of a week as next week is going to be. We get to kind of sit back like Texas did this week and watch some of the chaos unfold. Because my
Right.
God, like the stars were aligned, man. Like the writing was on the wall. You got 5 of the top 11 go down in what was supposed to be a boring week of football. The week everybody's supposed to turn your TV off and go get married or go to the park and with your kids and some shit. And that happens. You know what I'm saying? So
I I don't think for people who watching this, man, Kane fans, listen, bro. Um, big is going to be a very impactful. We'll never forget this season. But if y'all don't understand what y'all watching, I'm gonna say it again. It's gonna be tough. That was Cal, 9 points at Florida State. that was Cal. That was Cal. 9 points at Florida State, and so it's going to be tough. We can't start slow. We can't not start our best guys. We can't just be trying shit. Cause I can't be. I think that's what you be trying to say. It seems like we're just doing things out there, right? Yeah, we're not
Hmm.
saying okay, Mark Fletcher, 5 yards of carry. Okay, let's get him the ball. We're not like it's almost like it's a rotation and is that okay. Sam Brown. I think one time he threw the ball to Sam Brown. It was supposed to be for Restrepo. They were both in the same spot late in that game. Um, Standing behind it, I could see it. They both were in the same spot, so somebody ran the wrong route or something. Um, it's gonna be tough, but it's not easy for it. It hasn't been easy for anybody in college football. I just know y'all just focus on one team because y'all fans of it hasn't been easy for anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nobody cakewalking through this shit.
Shit, we watch. We watch Georgia almost pull off what they're criticizing us for. You know what I'm saying? Like Georgia was dead in the water, down 28 zip, and they roared back, took the lead. But you know what I'm saying? They got Alabama just got an X factor over there. We just I ain't saying we don't got that person on our team, but that motherfucking Ryan Williams is different. I love college football, man, so I'm always gonna watch it. I'm that bozo. I'm not bozo, but I'm that guy. I'm watching college football from Thursday night. Mac Action doesn't care. If college football is on, I'm watching that shit. I go too many months without it to just only watch the Canes. You know what I'm saying? So I love watching football. I watch pretty much the entire slate of days. I am that weirdo with the 4 multi views on YouTube TV. I got a fifth screen somewhere else. Like I watch all that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I do watch that. And you can see like, and like I said, if you take your orange and green glasses off, you can see that what Street is saying is absolutely correct. This is not. Like once again, transit probably doesn't make a difference, right? But I want y'all to think about this. That Cal team beat Auburn at Jordan Hare. I forgot what the score was. That same Auburn team, you know, scores 13 points on Georgia yesterday. And Cal can't score 9 on what should be on paper a terrible Florida State defense.
Right.
There's just too many things that you got to take into consideration, man. People wake up, people lay down for teams, for games. It happens, man. You know what I'm saying? We've seen probably one of the richest rosters in college football. They got a kid crashing out, you know what I'm saying? Alabama.
That's wild.
He might have cost not only he definitely the game was definitely out of reach, but he definitely put it out of reach when this dude decides to crash out instead of paying attention to this. And then he ends up going behind the refs when they're trying to put the ball to snap and kicking the shit and getting a 15-yard penalty with the game out of reach already. Like that shit is insane to me. Like, but that's college football, man. Like these kids, it's a different era, man. If you don't got guys that lead your team and keep you focused and honed in, and that you can rally around like a Cam Ward, man, your ass will lose. I find it so ironic that they just had destroyed the campus, trying on uniforms in Alabama and doing this and taking around their grandiose facilities. And a week after that video release, man, Ryan Williams came on the camera on that video. He had like 15 chains on. I'm not even bullshitting. And a week after, he made some great plays, but they go out and lose the game. You know what I'm saying? He had a really good conversation with Jalen Murrow about NIL and how he spends his money. And it was actually insightful. It was really a good video, but this you say it every week, Street. It's parity now, man. These teams, nobody was counting that kid from fucking Vanderbilt to do that. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to him. I heard the word fuck and nigga on national TV yesterday.
Yeah.
Cam Ward dropped it. Cam Ward said nigga on TV.
Cam dropped him. He said nigga on TV.
Yeah.
Cam,
He didn't do it on purpose though. It wasn't on purpose. It wasn't on purpose.
Bro, I've been telling y'all, Cam. I've been telling y'all this. Cam, he just talks. Like he's not thinking. He's not overthinking before he speaks. He's just speaking. He's been doing. He cursed in the earlier press conference. Remember?
Yeah. But
he just talks. He's very raw. Like he's
Isaiah
very
walked up to him while he had the headset on. And he was like,
Yeah, that's all it was.
yeah, he was like, hey, A2, he's a good shit, nigga. But he still had the mic
Yeah,
on.
it wasn't on
He was
purpose.
still, yeah, he still
He
was on
turned
live
away from the
TV.
camera and everything. Yeah, he turned away from the
uh,
camera and everything. It wasn't on purpose. He just
Here's
was
the
in
thing.
his moment or whatever.
I
Yeah.
hope Isaiah Horton's dad is watching.
Isn't he a military brat?
His dad was in the military, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I got a text yesterday from somebody who told me 4 years ago that Isaiah Horton wasn't Miami material, and they told
Mm.
me 2 times.
Oh wow.
And bro, I am not gonna say who it is. You know what I'm saying? If I say it, everybody in here would know who it is. During the middle of that
Hmm.
game, when Isaiah Horton caught that touchdown, they called it back. He texted me and said, "Bro, I was wrong about Horton." Like out the blue.
Yo,
I ain't talked to him all year long. Like out the blue.
is that a record, dog? How many touchdowns has Horton got called back?
I don't
You
I
gotta
count
be
4.
kidding me, bro.
know.
Wait, he's got
Jesus.
called back.
Was it a touchdown he got? Remember he caught it across the middle and they called something, right?
No, that was the personal foul. He
Nah, the
caught it.
rub
Yeah.
on the rub on the rub on the
No,
goal
no,
line.
on
Who
the
caught
Yeah,
rub,
they
that?
on the
called a
rub,
pick play.
the
Yep.
rub.
Yeah, the rub. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. They
was that the
called that.
Horton?
I
Yeah.
think it
That's
was.
crazy.
It was. That's exactly what it was. They called a
That's
pick play
crazy as
on
hell.
Brown,
Yeah,
right?
I count 4
Yeah.
before the season. That
Jesus.
man should have
That's
6.
crazy.
I think he has 2 or 3. He should have like 6 or 7 at this point.
So
Yeah.
That's
so so
crazy,
some
bro.
people say Ohio State got an easy road, right? Ohio State, see, because I know it's so many games y'all don't watch them. Yesterday, Ohio State halftime up 7-0 on Iowa. They scored 21 points. Jeremiah Smith catches a one-handed pass. I don't even know if he uses 2 hands anymore, to be honest
Don't
with
seem
you.
like it.
And then they scored 21 points in the third, and they beat Iowa 35-7. Next week, Ohio State has Oregon.
Hmm. And it's at Oregon, right? At
Then they
Austin
got,
Field.
yep. Then they got Nebraska. Then they got Penn State. It's not. And then we know Michigan is going to lose that man his job.
Yeah.
So nobody
Very
has a
good.
cakewalk. Nobody, dog. Nobody.
I wouldn't say that. But
Nobody has a cakewalk, bro. We saw Vanderbilt beat Alabama. Nick Saban just said the only easy place to play in the SEC is Vanderbilt.
It's Venom.
that dog. That shit is like
Oh my God.
that's like leaving milk out in the Georgia sun. How that aged. That shit is crazy.
Hey, but watch Vanderbilt come out and play somebody like Madison next week and get their ass whooped.
Oh, out the
Yeah.
frame.
That's college
Watch.
football, dog. That's why like look, I had my doubts last night, but y'all gotta, like Street keeps saying, y'all gotta really pay attention to what's going on. Like I said, 2017 is the reason probably why like I stayed locked in with this team, because boy, I went through a lot of years of some bullshit. And that 2017 team, and you can see you can start see that season before, right? I think they ended the season with 5 straight, and then they won that bowl game against West Virginia in Champ Sports Bowl. And you can kind of see like the stars aligning a little bit for that next season.
Yeah.
And then they won 15, then it ended up being 15 straight. You know what I'm saying? Like, but from the year before, it was hard to kind of see, the forest through the trees, because you were like, but having a proven coach who's been there that kind of has a somewhat semblance of what they're talking about, that shit matters, man. And I don't know where this season is going. I don't, right?
Right.
That's why I don't make score predictions, because some
Right.
shit will come up every week that we are not anticipating or prepared for. I'm just telling you. The same way everybody else in football is, but you gotta just appreciate what you got right now, because this shit is not promised. I guarantee you they had that huge win last week, beat Georgia. They got destroyed on the campus, torn facilities. They talking to dapping boys up. You know what I'm saying? Smelling their own shit.
Destroying been trying to get on the Alabama campus forever.
I know. And as soon as Nick Saban left, came to the board, and what happened? They asked law, and that's probably why Saban kept telling his ass no. Right? As soon as he get up there, what happened? Them boys fucking lose to Vanderbilt.
Yeah, Alabama and LSU. We took him to LSU. Scotty, my business partner, took him in a private jet to LSU. He couldn't get in LSU. He couldn't get in Alabama. He finally get in Alabama, and them boys lose.
Mm.
Not saying it's your fault destroying. I mean, it ain't got nothing to do with you, and it got everything to do with them. But
But that's why coaches don't allow stuff like certain things, bro. They don't want that focus and stuff. That's why we was like what's his name got that chain against whatchamacallit, I was like, oh shit. Because Mario's fought long and hard to fix the culture and get some of this shit out of there. He want the guys to have fun, but he don't want that shit to go overboard. So and that's why you lose focus and stuff like that. So everybody was like, man, we should bring the turnover chain back. Imagine if we brought the chain back and we had those last two performances. You know what I'm saying? Y'all would have never seen
Right.
that goddamn chain again. That shit would have got melted after that. You know what I mean? So, hey, but I do want to give a shout out to my boy, Dave Williams. I don't know if you're in the comment section. That's one of the most diehard Kane fans that I know. Like, I didn't give up on the game still, but Dave is one of them guys. I told the story before. He did that we was at a Virginia game, and I asked Whoop. The game was clearly over. It started raining and pouring down. My dog is in there with his hands in his shirt, shivering, watching the rest of the game and shit. So I knew during this shit, they weren't sweating this shit. They was just that they was not sweating this shit or whatever. So I was sweating this shit. Like I didn't think we was gonna lose, but I ain't sit there and say, man, oh, we finna win. I'm just like, hey, let's score. Let's score. We'll get there. The Avalanche will start. I think the closest I got to saying God damn was when Barron got that penalty because I text y'all boys. I said that shit might have done it right there. When he got that goddamn face mask, because it's like 4 minutes left. We finna get off. No. I'm sorry. It was 9 minutes left. We finna get off the field, and he got that face mask. And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? It's one of them things where dog, we don't seen this shit before. Like the little shit.
yeah,
I mean, I'm not faulting for the face mask because he had a sack. He just couldn't hold on to the shoulder, and it comes
Yeah.
across, and it's just an unfortunate. It happened. But I thought that was gonna be it. But defense rose up again, and then I'm like, okay, yeah, they nuts tight now. It's over. I knew it. Like once you start scoring, them buttholes was gonna clench. If you ain't been there before, that's how it's gonna happen. That butthole clenched up, and Cal was just sitting there just watching it. It was just like being in
well,
prison. Debo coming in your cell sooner or later. They couldn't do nothing about it.
Yeah, I was gonna
this
say.
may sound crazy. Do you think less? Do you think penalties should have different effects at different times of the game? Though I could though when I saw that ref throw that ref was maybe 20 yards away from me when he threw that flag for that face mask, and from the field it looked like nothing. I had to ask y'all in the membership, hey man, was it that bad? And y'all started texting back, oh, it was bad. I was
Yeah,
like, oh,
he
okay.
got him.
But like
But
I said, it was
I
more like
could have had a heart attack right then, bro, because it was like, oh, they cheating. It just felt like that. What it felt like to me. But you think in those moments, like a face mask shouldn't be an automatic first down, bro? Like,
Nah,
cause it's
a
almost
penalty's a
like, bro,
penalty,
listen, you
man.
finna decide the game right here, and you know he ain't trying to face mask him.
Yeah.
it's the rules,
And
dog.
the thing about it though is when he did face mask him, you could. I mean, was the blocking that sound? I mean, I felt like there was a little bit of a hold
Blocking the
from the
back, yeah,
tackle.
definitely.
Yeah, it was like,
But they're not calling that. And I think the
No, no.
yeah,
irony of that too is that I see everybody on mainly college football Reddit. They pointing out Cam had I guess like 5 offensive linemen down the field when he threw the pass
Mm-hmm.
to Arroyo for the game winner. And then somebody has screenshots like, imagine calling this out and not catching that. Yeah, Cam got his face mask pulled after he threw that ball.
yeah.
Yeah,
So it's like,
Mm,
yeah. It's
pick
like
pick your poison,
pick your
right?
poison,
But
right?
yeah, but
yeah.
it's
Yeah, no, it's just so that gives them a first down. Now we like from 9 minutes. It's like okay, here we go. Then they run a little clock, but they just couldn't get anything. They just couldn't get anything going. They couldn't idle down and run out
mm-mm.
clock. That was like the death for them. That's like
Hmm.
the team going to prevent.
They
Yeah.
don't have a quarterback. They don't have a quarterback designed to win in that game because he took the seam shots, but it's almost as like at that point Dawson like set the defense to almost make him make a mistake. It's like we got him when we want him. Make the play when it comes to you. And we
Yeah,
seen Mish dove across. He almost picked that bitch off on a diving interception on that seam shot that he took. And then I think the next play after that was the Kiko pick. Well, he was like he was sitting in the spot and then just dropped into like a hook curl zone and just jumped the route and then slid game over. You know what I'm saying? And then here come the flags again.
so so listen.
Mhm.
So is this as simple? Is this as simple as before the season started? Right? Where do we think we were thin at? Where do we think we were on defense? Where do we
Second.
think?
Secondary, the secondary,
Then we
secondary.
lose Damari Brown, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is this as simple as the coaches, the other OCs sitting in there saying, "Listen, we know they defense can get pressure. They're gonna bring pressure. They're if they're weak anywhere, right? If they're weak anywhere, it's the secondary. It's their cornerbacks. Look at this kid, Deonte Hill. He's from Marshall. You know what I'm saying? Look, if they're weak anywhere, so what we're going to do is go all in on where we think they weak at. We finna roll the dice, right? It seems simple to me. You know what I'm saying? It don't seem like it seems simple to me. We're gonna roll the dice, and it worked out for them.
Hmm.
I think somebody just said in the comments. I think we blitz so much. We're so aggressive forward that anything that gets outside of flanky, like it seems we can't recover from it.
Mm-hmm. We need to play wider. The same way everybody keeps saying we're tight on offense, and it was plays where I was like, "Why the hell is Dawson keeping us so tight when we need
Yeah.
X amount? You're taking away Cam's fucking running lanes just in case things don't work out." It's the same
Mhm.
thing on defense. To me, I think we play so tight in the middle because we're trying to go forward. That's why everybody's like. That's why Cal at least was killing us on the goddamn outside. I'm like, bro. At one point in the game, we got 87 yards rushing. They have -3. Bro, we can control the middle. Let's spread those guys out so we can start attacking that flat better. So we can have help over there on the screen. So we can. I think there's times he has to know when to adjust and go all out on a weakness because that is our weakness. And he just refuses to do it. And I understand it. I'm not questioning him, but I just think you get a better product when you start saying, okay, like we can control this middle. Let's slide these guys out so they can get out there and they can stop these screens and all this bullshit, all this underneath stuff that's killing us. I don't know why we're not going out of it yet, but we got a whole bye week to figure that shit out.
Kip, let me provide some insight real quick. What I think it is for one, I think out the gate, this team figured out like we can't let their defensive line be a factor. Like we know Bain is coming back, and he made his presence felt in that first play. I think what the problem is Dawson's constantly in a flux. I think to decide whether if I go 3 linebackers or 2 and put more defensive linemen. And so if that because we saw in a couple of them plays where Mendoza's like, we do play more to the perimeter to stop stuff, and Mendoza turned to fucking Michael Vick, and he decides to start running downfield. He had 2 or 3 plays where he decided to start running. I'm like, where the fuck did he? This is what I mean when I say every week it's like something that they don't put on film, they start doing.
They start
We
doing
all
it.
we heard,
Yeah.
all we
He
heard all
does
week
run
was
though,
that
Medi.
no, all I've
He
heard from
runs better. Remember we
every
said that.
but I've heard from every analyst, that he's a pocket passer. He doesn't usually run. Like if you go and look at his stat, that probably had to be a career high for rushing yards for him last night. Like
Medi, we
so,
did remember the show we did, Medi? And I said that shit. I say he's like a Haynes King. He's gonna break loose and get them little yards or whatever. He
mhm.
does. He's quirky. He does run and shit. I don't fuck the analysts. Like what you watch that shit? He's quirky like that. And I hate that shit. I knew it was gonna give us a little bit of problem, but it wasn't like Virginia Tech's QB and shit. But
Yeah,
yeah,
but
he a little wormy.
but to my point, you would say that that's probably really out of character for him, right? Like that's not really his mo so far this season. Because you don't allow a Florida State team to sack you 8 times in 1 week if you can just get out and be quirky like that. It means you probably sat back there and tried to take your shots down the field. Their defense was probably doing what they need to in the secondary, and your ass is just taking sack after sack. And your old line wasn't holding up, right? So what I think is happening is that if we spread it out, that those run lanes are there and he's taking them, right? Jaden Ott wasn't 100%, but Jaden Ott, I think that's 3 weeks in a row that a running back that got some type of knee brace, ankle injury, or that's 3 games this season that if your running back got a knee brace and ankle injury, they bound to have some type of career day of receiving and running the ball against us for some reason. Started at Florida State. They said this dude Johnson had a damn knee surgery 3 days before the game started, and this dude breaks off a damn 60-yard run. Then last week, the dude Tootin from Virginia Tech, he has damn knee brace on. He busts out for a 50-yard run, and in this week, Jaden catches a 66-yard pass. So someone on a damn scout report needs to figure out, hey, if this guy got a leg injury, we should probably start paying more attention because we not, and they keep getting damn near game-defining plays week in and week out.
Guard the knee brace.
Right? I don't know, but
God.
it's something that Dawson gonna have to definitely figure out because Dawson and Gidry gonna have to figure out because some of those sacks that he takes is when the offense is too tight, and then they send blitzes like crazy. They toned it down in the second half, but and twofold, if we don't spread the field out enough on defense, they're using these gimmicky. They try to see what man coverage is. The motion 10 motion about 47 times yesterday for Cal, and it's clear teams have picked up on that. Like, hey, if we motion them and give them that eye candy, and then we just get the ball to the perimeter, we got a chance. If they playing single high safety, where they shifting them safeties up and down, like they used to do with James and Cam last year, then we got a chance. And it's clear that's where Jaden and Mish have an issue because they're not as rangy. Jaden Harris is not as rangy as Cam Kitchens. It's not even close. Mendoza wouldn't attempt none of them throws he did yesterday with Cam Kitchens in the backfield.
Right.
And you know that.
I wonder if Jaden's completely because healthy because he looked really fast in those first couple of games.
Who? Everybody banged up. Everybody banged up.
Harris.
Yeah.
Everybody
I wonder if
banged
he's
up.
I wonder if he's completely healthy. Right at the hotel with the Canes, I stayed at their hotel, and the first room that's set up a day before the game, a day before game day, is the treatment room. That's the first room that's there. Like the other rooms, they not set up. You don't see the sign. You don't know what's on. But the treatment room is there. Um, I don't know, bro. I'm not sure what that told me about the Canes, but I just know the season is going to be tough. It's 1,800 people in here, bro. I think that's the most we've had this season. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button and share. Um, Now we got 1,800 people in here. Which one of y'all turned off y'all when Cam threw that pick six, right? See, I'm gonna set it up. So I'm at the game. I see the stuff first. So I'm in our membership in the Discord. So I could tell them what's going to happen, but I try not to. I try to put a face or he got the dog in him. So when he throws the pick six, I don't know if I told y'all in our little group text, but I was like, man, I'm not finna tell them this. They're gonna have to watch this on their own. But how many of y'all in the comment section, right? How many of y'all in the comment section turned y'all TV off, went to go watch UFC, ripped up your ticket because them 10 points looked real easy at 5 o'clock. Start yelling at your girlfriend. Like, which one of y'all, you know what I'm saying? When he threw that pick six, dog, who just gave up at that point, bro?
And shout out to Nassau Jones.
Lex. Lex.
Yep.
Lex on the Lex was unhinged in the Discord during halftime.
He did
Man,
that.
he was like,
He
I was
was
turned up too. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. Like, and I apologize. I'm gonna say this on live. I apologize, which I came at you crazy, dog. Like, because I was upset about how simple they made it. Like,
Nah, bro.
just throw
You ain't
deep
coming
shot
nobody
plays.
crazy.
You know what I'm
Medi,
saying?
dog, Medi, we brothers,
it was just
bro.
it was just
At this
something.
point, we know who we.
It was
At
just,
this point, we know who we dealing with. Medi was like, "Man, I'm gonna throw this fucking phone down." What you said? Man, I'm about done with this phone. Like the
Yeah,
phone.
I was done talking to you. I was done
Like
with
the
all that
phone is
shit,
like
dog.
nah, 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 nah. Y'all
Oh
losing.
my god.
I was in crash out mode, man.
it was a
Oh
scouting
boy.
report that I saw.
It was
I
a
mean,
what?
the scouting report. I think any team that could really shore up the trenches, you got a good shot. Another thing I wanted to mention, Virginia Tech ran those toss sweeps on us, and we just kept missing the gap. We kept, and Gidry said it. Their running back was shorter, and then when they went to tackle him, he was more powerful than we thought he was. But Cal kind of did the same thing. They didn't hand the ball off on the sweep, but they were doing the end arounds and things of that nature, and it was almost the same thing. And at during that first half, we had issues with that. So I would have to say that part of them executing that great game plan was looking at film last week and seeing what Virginia Tech did very well and utilizing it against us. And that was kind of like their running game. The only problem, as we all pointed out earlier, is when it's 5 minutes left and you need 3 yards in the cloud of dust, that's just something they could not execute.
Right.
But shout out to them because, once again, they used their strength, which was their line, to block us and to get those end around plays and fluke plays that you like. Really, did that screen pass just happen? So shout out to them, but we overcame all that.
Yeah. I mean, there's no our cornerbacks are out and like on an island in no man's land. We talked about this last night, KB, about 5 o'clock in the goddamn morning. Even if they turn the ball inside, like it's like there's nobody there
Oh, did the ranking come out?
to tackle the guy. The rankings came out.
Someone said
Time out. Before you, where y'all think we gonna be at? Give me a number, Rich.
I'm gonna go with 6.
In the comment section, give me a number. Where y'all think they gonna rank us at? Tennessee lost, Alabama lost. They both should drop. Where y'all think we gonna be ranked at? Where you think we at, Kyle?
Hey, it's 2 or 3 people keep asking about membership, y'all. Y'all gotta put that number up there. People keep asking how they become a villain
Member?
and a member and stuff. That's like the
Okay, you
third
can put it in
person
the
I don't
comment
saw.
section. And
Nassau
it's in the
Jones, yeah, Nassau Jones and somebody else.
okay, it's in the description, and I'm gonna put it in the comment
But
section.
I got us at 6. I got us at 6.
Where you at? Where
All
you got
right,
us at?
y'all
Maybe
pay
maybe you
attention.
done
We're
seen
gonna
it
put it out
already.
there for y'all.
AI probably told Media some shit. You done seen it already, right?
I thought somebody put in the comments, but if I had to guess, I'd probably say 14.
We at 14.
Yeah, know how they do Miami? Yeah, probably so.
They gonna put Bama at 2.
Yeah, Bama dropped down to 2. Tough game against Vanderbilt.
Bama gonna be at
Vanderbilt's
2.
now number
Georgia at
10.
3.
Vanderbilt's
Tough
now number
game.
10. Miami, they had a rough game. They had to come back last minute. We didn't start to watch
Tough
it.
game
We're
against
gonna put Miami at
Vanderbilt.
14, and then Clemson gonna be 13.
Hey, that SEC is a
Missouri gonna be
gauntlet,
10.
boy.
That
Vanderbilt
shit
stepping
is
up now.
crazy. When
What the
Virginia Tech blew it a couple weeks
SEC
ago,
gauntlet
Vanderbilt,
got them.
oh y'all team lost to the worst team in the SEC. Now all of a sudden, Vanderbilt's this powerhouse. Get the fuck out of my face.
A tough game against Vanderbilt. That's funny, ain't it?
That's crazy to the bitch, man. The same Nick
Oh my
Saban just said.
god.
He just said, "Oh, we used to have more fans in there at Vanderbilt than Vanderbilt fans did." What you mean?
Nah, but now
And
that's a ruckus crowd, Matty. That's a tough away game for Bama.
Hey, you see how they already choose
yeah.
violent. They gonna tear the damn goalpost down. What you mean?
Ooh.
When you get Nick Saban to say, "Oh man, yeah, my easiest game was Vandy. We go up there, man, have a cakewalk. We stay up at night. Shit, it's
Yeah,
like we in our
and
home
then us and
stadium."
what's that dude named Pat McAfee? Talking about we might go down and we'll go check out we'll check out downtown Nashville. We'll go see the Grand Ole Opry. We do all that shit. What you mean? Oh, Miami 6 in a coaches poll. Okay,
Yeah.
So we waiting on the AP poll.
correct. Which
So another funny story about yesterday.
I
So
think it'll be 6.
yesterday, me and Steph walking, right? And we trying to figure out where the stadium is because we had to go shoot something at the stadium like early in the morning. And we asked this girl, the Asian girl, she had like she didn't hear me, she kept walking. Then we asked this guy, and the guy was like, yeah, I'll tell you, it's kind of like right up there. You gotta keep walking straight. So we get to the game and we're looking at the video of the dude that kicked the $100,000 kick in game day. And Steph was like, that's the same guy we stopped and asked him where the stadium was.
was it?
Yeah. It was the same
Hey,
kid. And he was
here's
happy at the
anything,
time.
man.
At
Hey,
that time he was happy.
shout out to all the victims of Hurricane Helene, man. You know what I'm saying? My man kicked that field goal for y'all. Got y'all 600K, 500K going to the victims, 100K go to that kid. He's the biggest winner of the day. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him because
Epic. Your line was the most epic line of the night, Matty
Hey,
dog.
hey, at least he got the 100K. Shout out to him.
What you said, Matty?
At least he got the 100K.
At least they get. At least they won something, huh?
Yeah.
At least he won something. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him, man.
Yeah.
At least he
Because
won. What was
trying to get that money.
the
They were
t-shirt?
trying to
What
get that
was the
money from Pat
t-shirt though?
McAfee. They were trying to get that from Pat McAfee for a couple weeks now. And this is
That
what
boy probably got home. His mama was like, "Who won the game?" He was like, "I don't know. I don't care."
here's what I mean. Check this out. 6 of the top 10 teams are still SEC teams.
Yeah.
There's no Bama, but 6 of them in the
How is
coaches poll
Oregon number 3? How is Oregon number 3?
because they're undefeated. I said this in the group
They
chat.
undefeated.
Get
In the
that.
Discord.
They're undefeated.
I said yes. Did I not say yesterday? I said I see a situation where Penn State jumps Miami or stays ahead of Miami, and I think I'm pretty sure I said they would be 5 too.
Yeah.
That
We
conference
counted it
alignment,
out loud
man.
in the Discord. We went over it, and it's exactly what we talked about. How the fuck you got one fucking team there with a one loss and whatever, bro?
Yeah, and what it does is a trickle effect because what it does is it says okay, so if Georgia loses to a Tennessee,
Oh shit!
Corey
Got a
Chancellor
100
back
ball.
again.
We got to
The
fight.
Chancellor Caneville, he showed up.
Corey
Yeah,
Chancellor
we
back
do
again.
that.
Yeah,
Woo-wee.
it's kind of like if Georgia lose to Tennessee, we just shuffle them around because we said that these SEC teams are better than everybody.
Right.
Their commissioner said it. That's why he's trying to make. That's why he fights so hard.
I just think it's a monopoly or whatever the word is. I don't think once you get past Georgia, Alabama, I think Tennessee regular. I think Ole Miss regular. I think they are regular teams.
I think so too.
But the media
Now
continues to put them
Vandy
on a pedestal.
is a hard fought loss for Alabama. When Nick Saban came out and said, everybody knows you go up to Vandy, it's like being in your home stadium. Shit, you go over there, put your feet up on the coffee table, do whatever you want.
Shout out to Corey Chancellor with the $100, bro. Corey Chancellor been throwing some bread here lately. The villains over everybody. Everybody become a villain and support the channel. Man, shout out to Corey Chancellor, man. Appreciate that, Corey. One more of those, man. I might go to Louisville. Hey, listen.
They'll put it out the street. Put it out there again. There go another person asking about the villain. LOL 305 is trying to become a villain too. Put it back out there.
Yeah. So y'all check the comment section and check the description, but I'm gonna put it in the comment section again right now. Them comments going so fast though. Can I pin it somewhere? Or just 786-405-9499?
Can't put it on the ticker, Matty?
Huh?
Oh, I don't got the what's it called street got it
Huh?
You
Text
can't
at
put
the
it on the
bottom.
ticker. Oh,
Put it where?
at the bottom.
on the ticker. But
Yeah,
that's
they
why
can send,
The
they
where
can
it's
send
saying
a
become a
text.
villain member on the ticker.
See, the link is there, but they can't click that link. You can only type it.
just type it in there.
There's the link to become a
Yeah,
link.
but
Right there on the
where
bottom.
it says become a villain.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Rock.com/Caneville-2.
Yeah,
Right there in
there's
the
the
bottom.
right there. Or you could just text 786-405-9499. But there's it right there, man. If you're not lazy, just write it down. We
Here's
appreciate
another
that.
baffling thing, man. Like if Miami loses that game yesterday, we're not a top 10 team anymore. But
You don't think so?
No, but then Tennessee could lose to unranked Arkansas and stay top 10.
Oh,
I'm telling you.
You know that street. You know
Maddie,
they drop us
Maddie,
like
do we
a
look
rock.
like the cardiac? Do we look like the cardiac kids though? Do we look like we're just
No.
waiting to walk into?
That's not the point I'm trying to make, Street. The point I'm trying to make is that, like I said, this SEC bias is starting to become like absolutely, it's outrageous. Like
It's blatant.
yeah, how is Tennessee still a top 10? They lost to an unranked Arkansas with their backup quarterback. They knocked Arkansas quarterback out the game.
All I
They
can
put
say
the
to you,
backup
Maddie,
in.
is follow the money. That's all I can say.
I'm sure right now the way Clemson is
Follow the
playing,
money, dog.
I'm just gonna be real. The way that Clemson is playing right now, they probably beat Tennessee.
It's hard to say any of those things anymore. Like it's hard to even make those
yeah,
assumptions.
but Clemson don't play. Clemson don't play in that hard battlefield known as the SEC, where you have to travel through. When Clemson can travel to Vanderbilt and come out with a win, Rich, then you fucking talk to me. Until then, I don't want to hear shit about Clemson.
It feels like Chris. Shout to see why he trying to hit the nail on the head. It's almost as if like we know these teams are gonna have fan bases that travel. They're gonna pack their stadium, so we just need to keep them at the top. I would be good if y'all just came out and said that shit, right? I think you said before we was on TV Street that like yeah, there was zero reason for Cal to host game day. They should have went to fucking Texas A&M versus
Texas
Missouri.
A&M.
It's a top 25 matchup, right? Now, granted, it would have been a snooze fest, but at the same time, I think at that point it would because I think they went to the SEC game last week, right? Yeah, they went to Georgia, Alabama.
Do you think? See, this is entertainment.
It is.
Do you think they're there for Cam Ward?
Oh, that no.
I think they there for
a
the
good story.
loss.
I think it was there so they don't look like it's just straight bias.
I think they're there because they hope to be a part of what the fuck they witnessed.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I think they were there to be a part of what they thought was going to be an epic loss.
I don't know if it's any money. I would have to think about that. If it's money in.
Nothing on paper said they should have been at Cal Berkeley on the west coast of the United States for that week's matchup. Nothing.
I know.
And we know next week they're going to the marquee Big Ten matchup, right? Oregon. So they're probably going to just stay in the West Coast for next week's game with Oregon and Ohio State.
Oregon. Yep.
Yeah.
But
so
there's
that's
nothing
brutal, dog. Desmond Howard's up 4:00 in the morning driving. So that's driving to work.
Like I said, Nassau Jones. Like I think they on paper, like because Vegas had that game eerily close for some reason, and the line kept shrinking, and I was like, what the fuck? But like you said, like your boy said, Vegas knows something because oh shit, goddamn, Corey Chancellor again.
That boy say pack your bags, free.
Oh wow. Yeesh.
Hey, shout out to the Chancellor of
Yeah,
Caneville,
the
man.
Louisville. Damn. All
Kentucky,
right.
Kentucky, here we come. Tucson, Arizona. Boy Johnson say $200, man. Say pack your bags.
I'm telling you, damn.
Hey, shout out to Chancellor of Caneville, man. He a real for that. But no, I think it was kind of waiting to see something. They knew something.
Of course.
Because there was nothing on paper that said that game should have been a matchup that anybody should host a game day for. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Cal. Like I said, I'm sure they had a great time. Like I said, shout out to my guy who got the 100K. He's the real one of the day. Shout out to Law 305. He's trying to top Corey right now.
No,
that boy said big bank take little bank. What's up?
LOL 305 say $5. Say they in bed with ESPN has vested. That's what I'm saying, Medi. Follow the money.
He becoming a villain.
That's what I mean. Follow the money, Medi. That's what I mean. It's big money invested into the SEC and the SEC network and ESPN. You know what I'm saying? Who's their network with? And we're gonna have to fight through all of it.
That's what I said. We have to be.
We can't be throwing the ball across our body, pick sixes. We ain't got room for that, Cam. We ain't got room for that. We don't have room for it. We fighting the dark side.
Fighting for our life.
We have to get the dark side, dog. We don't got room for that, Cam.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're right.
Hell yeah.
We got 1,893 people in here.
I'll give them this excuse and shout out to anybody and everybody that's donated, man. We appreciate it all.
I mean, y'all don't realize how much
I'm lagging,
bro. Like, I mean, to travel with people and have people with you, and you know what I'm saying, it ain't cheap. We ain't got to the point where it's like we just doing what we want to do out here. It will be one day, but we ain't got there yet. So yeah, man, when y'all donate, bro, it all goes into what we trying to accomplish.
Shout out to Joy Taylor, man.
Joy Taylor was in the stands, bro. I'm trying to figure out why she was in the stands.
That's crazy as fuck. Of all people who I think get a sideline pass, I figured she would for not one but two reasons. Like I got a brother on the staff and I'm media.
I'm trying to figure out why was she in the stands.
Maybe she was trying to see something. Maybe she was trying to see the experience, you know what I'm saying, from that side. I don't know.
Yeah.
She damn sure didn't have to be. So shout out to her for even being. And it didn't look like she had great seats like that either.
Well, she was not. Well, at that point, she was at the front. Like, so I don't know
Yeah,
where her seat.
but the pictures she
showed
was
that?
taking. No, she took pictures on social.
Oh,
Come on, you know I follow on social media. Come on now, but the picture she took, like she didn't have seats that great. Like it wasn't like she wasn't in the nosebleeds, but she damn sure wasn't 50-yard line first row. You know what I'm saying? So
right. Do I have her on the? Nah, that video is too long. You got to get all the way through that video.
Jesus is Lord is looking for the link.
Isaiah Thornton. I mean Isaiah Taylor is her nephew. I know that obviously, but
if you want to become a member, the link is scrolling at the bottom right there.
She can't get on the field because she's related to a player. Is that why?
Really?
Who can't get on the field? Who can't get on the field?
Joy Taylor, because her nephew played for the team.
That's not a rule, is it?
That's what I'm assuming.
What's your Cash App Street?
Huh?
What's your Cash App Street?
Oh, maybe she just didn't want to be on the field. Are you pregnant or something?
The Cash App is it's two of them. Well, $ IOD Squad. You can send it to $ IOD Squad. Who's trying to send the Cash App?
A couple of people like Jesus, David, a couple of people trying to do their thing. Yeah, we appreciate y'all, boys, man.
Hold on, man. Let me see. Comment section. Let me see if I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna see if I can put it in there. I don't ever.
Well, listen, we appreciate y'all because I don't think y'all understand. Boy, Street a slave driver, bro. This nigga had us up to 5 o'clock this morning, and we got a text this morning talking about be ready for the show or this, that, and the third. I'm like, God damn, God, I mean, shit. I've been drinking, trying to get some sleep.
What I said, Cal, what I said to you, dog. You want it, dog? Who you want to be?
Oh my God. That man said, do I want to be Restrepo or not? I'm like, damn, dog. Now you hit me with the reverse psychology. Now I got to get my game face on and I'm on California time still, man. I can't do this.
Another one.
Hey, shout out to Josh Still, man.
That's
appreciate
funny, dog.
y'all boys, man. Hey, you know what?
That's the Cash
what
App
we
right
appreciate too. What we appreciate too is y'all boys being in the Discord and not just joining the membership just for any money or anything like that, but just being a part of the community. Like y'all think about it, bro. We out here, we gotta get ready for these shows. Streeters out there on the road, streeters at the game, and where we at? In the goddamn Discord chatting with y'all and shit. We ain't doing it. You know what I'm saying? We ain't doing it just for the hell of it. No, we want to talk to y'all and all that shit, man. So man, we appreciate y'all. The Discord be live, the chat be live, man. So we appreciate the whole community, man. If you're not in the community, you need to join, dog.
I was going down the elevator back to the field last night, and I was saying to myself, dog, I like watching the game. I like watching the game, like with the villains, dog. Like in the Discord, I'm watching the game, but having that commentary. Now Lex and Medi spazzing out, and they people saying the Kool-Aid tastes like piss and all of that shit. All of those, that's it right there. You gotta just ignore it. You know what I'm saying?
That's fun too, though. It's fun.
Yeah, you got to ignore that. But I like watching it with all the different perspectives. What went on at halftime yesterday? Did y'all get into the I'm sideways?
Man,
did y'all get into the Discord at halftime? What went on?
What?
Oh
Get
yeah,
me, bro. Look. Them boys will tell you, I was pissed off from the first. Y'all know me, but I'm the same whether we losing or not. I was pissed off as soon as the game started. After we come out and get a first down running the ball, and then we go empty backfield. From that, I was livid. I was just ready to get to the Discord. Them niggas beat me to the Discord. They are already Lex and that bitch, fire Gidry, fuck his mama. Everybody got to go. I'm like, God damn, man.
I had dropped the link before Kyle did. And I didn't even say nothing. I just went in there and they was already like Lex and somebody started going crazy. It was over with. I was like, oh shit. What? Well, here we go.
I said, well, I'm just gonna listen. They took all my cuss words from me. I said, I'm just gonna listen.
Oh, they were in there cursing?
What? Man, I had to be the voice of reason sometimes. I wanted to argue. I had to get everybody, hey, one at a time. Like, y'all.
Nah, bro. I like watching the game with a different perspective. I don't like the fact that I see everything before y'all, and then I gotta kind of like just let y'all see it. But when that targeting call, I had to tell y'all what was going on. I wasn't finna let y'all sit there and suffer. when I found out it wasn't a targeting. You know what I'm saying? When I found out it wasn't targeting and Cam them started going on the field, like I had to tell y'all that. I know y'all ain't want to sit through
Mm.
No, we didn't. I appreciated that one, boy, because I was
that.
just fan.
Yeah.
Whew.
Shout out to Tooks, man. Pussy. He said he couldn't get a word in, man. Yeah, it was toxic at halftime to say the least, man. But
But
hey,
it's I want people to understand it's never like that, bro. Like we never sound like chaos space. It's never like that. Down 35-10. I don't know. We got to get security or some shit. I guess you know what I'm saying. That don't happen often.
mhm.
No, we did.
Um,
No, no. It was controlled. Like everybody, but it was fine. Like we was able to. Everybody just wanted to say their piece. It was controlled. Don't get it twisted. That ain't never gonna be like a wild space or nothing like that. Yeah, we still got mute buttons in there, but everybody get under control after a while, man. It was no problem.
so listen, I'm gonna stand here till we get to 2,000. We got 70 more people. I want people to understand this. So are we looking at a chess match? The game is a chess match, right?
Absolutely.
Good. Guthrie said it. He says you game plan. You get a game plan. What the offense is going to do. The offense is never going to come out and do what you game plan for them to do. If you stop what they do, they'll go back to what you game plan. Are we watching, right? Are we watching? See, I think we look at it like, oh man, our corners suck. But what we're really looking at is just chess. Like we're watching them make a move, and then what has to happen before the game is over is us adjust, right?
Essentially, yeah.
And I think in the end, we adjust.
Mm.
So we kind of look at it like, because I think we'd be looking at it like we got D1 athletes and they got electronic football men,
And it's
and
not that at all.
they should not be able to.
Like street, like in theory, you would think like, hey, they got a transfer cornerback from Idaho and a linebacker from UC Davis to be like, oh, checkmate. This shit over with. Yeah. Go and run these boys out the fucking building. And then them two dudes, two of the best players on the field. Like, you got to, everybody's journey is different. I'm sure people looked at Cam Moore like they got a fucking transfer quarterback from Incarnate Word, where Packy used to
Yeah.
coach at. Get the fuck out of here. We finna run you out the building. But
right, and I think what we watching at real time at the end of the press conference last week. I don't know if y'all heard it. Lance looked at us and said, "Hey, we won the game." Because I think the way he sees it, he doesn't see it as, oh, we weak at defensive back. He sees it as, okay, they found a leak. We got to go fix it. And it's going to happen within these 4 quarters. If it doesn't happen within these 4 quarters, we're 5-1. Right? But if it does, we're going to give Cam the ball back 4 times and he's going to score 28 points.
Mm. I felt like Gidry. I felt like Gidry kind of struggled this game to combat what they were doing. I don't know. I think there were things he could do, right? I don't
Uh-huh.
think at Virginia Tech that was the issue. I think Virginia Tech, the defense was set up perfectly. The players just didn't execute. Miss sacks, miss tackles, the players are right there. They just didn't execute. This game, it was kind of harder to see that because guys were still doing like Popo not taking the running back and blitzing. The situation between Harris and whoever the heck the other corner was or whatever,
Deanne Hill.
Deanna Hill. Like a lot of it is so mental. Sometimes it's hard to dissect and digest whatever Gidry's doing because it's kind of like we don't know if the play was if the defense was set up for success because everybody keeps just doing stupid stuff. And I think that's the most frustrating part for me. It's not like Mehdi is saying they getting a kid from here and a kid from there. It looks like we should win that matchup every time, but it's like we're being outsmarted. We're not being athleted or athlete, however I should be saying it. You know what I'm saying? They're
Right.
not trying to out athlete us. We're being outsmarted, and I don't know why. It's not
yeah.
necessarily the entirety of the scheme. It's a guy here or a guy there just not doing what he's supposed to do. Do your job.
And our physical, because in that first half, them motherfuckers were playing like we Miami. They playing like we Miami. Y'all came here. Y'all the lesser team. We the better team. Like the
Yeah,
way they were
bro.
playing in that first half, that shit was like
That's how they act on the
yeah, they try
field.
to punk Miami.
Oh, they stood right there when our guys had to come out the tunnel from the side, and they were just kneeling to pray, and they stood right there, almost made a tunnel for our kids to have to walk through. People try to punk us, and I'm gonna tell you this: we got 50 more people till we get to 2,000. I can only imagine inside their locker room. It sounds like it's the speech that they're giving is these boys getting money, man. They out here driving in Hellcats and Hell Kitties, and y'all ain't getting money like them. They soft. They don't want this,
Yeah.
and he's giving them the same speech that the hood coach gives to the hood kids.
Mm-hmm. They probably playing "They Not Like Us" in the background. They probably
Hell no.
got posters of
No.
Kendrick
Oh
up.
my
Like,
god.
Them
this our
boys get
coach.
money over there, man. You
Yeah,
think that
this our
that's
coach.
cool?
Hey, man, hey, we doing this for Nipsey, man. Fuck what they talking about. Like they probably was doing all kind of shit, man. I can only hey.
Oh my gosh.
No.
That's oh.
I bet you he's giving
But
the
you know
same
what?
speech.
I was gonna say, Street, we up against a rock in the hard place because they can do that, and that's the thing. I think that's what they're taking advantage of. One thing I want the fans to stop saying is when we get a win, or stop saying people scared. Ain't nobody scared of us no more, bro. It's not. You know why? Because they're coming in with something to prove. You know, they're not afraid of us anymore. You know what I'm saying? These kids coming in with something to prove. They see they can be on the big stage, but what they're taking advantage of is the fact that it's like if I hit you and you hit me back, guess who gonna get in trouble? That's what they doing. They in our face. They taunting. They die. You know why? Because the minute Miami steps across this line, Miami is gonna get punished for it. Like I'm watching the game. Like who got that personal foul? They got a personal foul. I think against. I think somebody pushed Restrepo or something, and it was just like about time. They've been doing it all night.
Yeah,
You know, it
Yeah.
has to be egregious for the
snatching
other team to
towels.
get those
Yeah,
calls. Yeah, but the minute Jacoby George and yes, Jacoby, you need to tighten up because bro, you a target. The minute he rolls his eyes at somebody, he's gonna get a personal foul. And I
Bro,
think teams are take they did that last year. They take advantage of the fact that they can not punk us, but they can act like the bullies. They can chirp, they can talk, they can push. Nothing happens, boy. But the minute we flinch at a nigga, boy, we hey
yeah,
15 yards
yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah. Don't let you spin the ball. You already know what time it
Yeah,
is. Dog, I saw
spin
what
the
game that was.
ball.
South Carolina. The dude sacked the quarterback. Then he was acting like he was shooting the dude with an imaginary gun.
that's the defensive end. The defensive end that we always
There
looking at.
was nothing for that.
They didn't call
Let
a penalty.
Miami do that. If Miami did that, I was talking. Shout out to my boy Parker. We were talking about that. If Miami did that,
Yeah,
Jacoby
you
George
check
kicked out for the
that
rest of the
kid from the
season.
game. I'm telling
Miami
you.
football is canceled.
They
Hey,
didn't call a penalty on him.
The press charges.
no,
That's the defensive end. That's
And
the young kid we did a profile on the other day who looked like he's something out of a comic book.
they
no,
were the press
absolutely not.
charges. Soon as one of my players did some shit like this,
Yeah,
terroristic threats, they would have
he would
pressed
have got a
charges and
Bro,
flag
got
for
us out
every
for the rest of the
imaginary
damn
bullet that he
season.
shot.
if y'all haven't seen the play, he took a shotgun and shot Jackson Dart on the ground.
Multiple times. Like he didn't even hit him with the Ricky out the back. He hit him. He hit him multiple times. Like it's like if he shot Ricky and then the dude got out the car and then kept shooting Ricky.
Yeah.
Ricky, Cuba Good and running Junior. Cuba Good and Junior running. It was like, nah, I'm gonna make sure that you dead. Nothing. That's just good
King
football.
David.
Let
King
Miami
David.
do that.
Nah, we can't do that. They'll probably stop the game. King David 999. Proud to be a villain. Got to support the community. Shout out to King David, man.
So
Shout
Shout
out
out
to
to
King
King
David.
David. So man, we got 1964 in here, bro. Listen, man, y'all got any final thoughts, dog? Like I think Rich, you got any final thoughts?
Yeah, man. We halfway through the season and we are undefeated halfway through the season. 6 more games to go. We got a bye week. Let's collect ourselves, and the next 7 weeks, let's have fun as we go out here and we try to make history. So yeah, that's what I got. I'm enjoying the ride.
You enjoying it, dog?
Yep.
What about you, Matty? Anything you got, bro?
Yeah, same thing, man. It's a long road, man. It's halfway through. And I'm not even gonna call it halfway because I think this team is a playoff team. I'm just being honest. Um, take this week, get healthy. Dawson and Gidry, get your ass back in that lab and come up with something else because Louisville is the Louisville we saw that kind of laid an egg against SMU of all people, fucking South Miami University. Our B team, you know what I'm saying? Our JV team down there in Dallas, Texas. That team is not gonna, and it's been very clear that team is the Brown brothers are going to be in a fucking bag for Miami in 2 weeks. And that, if you remember, that was probably between that and I think the NC State game was probably Gidry's the games he struggled on the most. So Gidry, in the past seasons, we see us come out of a fucking bye week and look flat. And the same thing that happened to Cal normally happens to us. I don't think that's the case, but man, you got to get in your bag and figure something else out because this is it, man. It's that stretch run, man. But
Corey
go
Brooks looked
Canes.
good too.
Shout out to Brooks.
He did, but hey, he ain't Ryan Williams.
Ryan Williams. Shout out to Brooks, dog. Anything, Cal?
Yeah, man. I know y'all boys say y'all enjoying the ride, but y'all don't piss on yourself a little bit every now and then. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a long ride. You know, y'all got to take y'all bathroom breaks appropriately. But we made it to 6-0 in the bye week. The bye week couldn't come at a better time. Yeah, like Mady said, we got some things to fix, some things to work on. Y'all be mad at me for telling the goddamn truth. I told y'all when this stretch start, it's gonna be it. Everybody, fuck Cal, da 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 da. Like, hey, bro, it's just not that simple. And I just want everybody to see it's just not that simple. Nobody's hating on the team. Like when y'all talk about Miami Flow, talking about having B games and stuff like everybody hate on the team. They're telling you, hey, be prepared, bro. It's a marathon, bro. It's not a sprint, and it's gonna be some games in here. You know what I'm saying? Where this thing is gonna be, and this is our stretch right here. This damn Cal stretch. You know, Cal is not better than us, but we had to fly to Cal and play a goddamn midnight fucking game. You know what I'm saying? That counts. Now we're on to Louisville. This is probably going to be the smartest coaching staff that we play all year. You know what I'm saying? And then we go to our rival Florida State, who, yeah, they suck, but y'all know how this shit go, man. People get up to play us for some stupid reason and whatever. The refs get up to play us, whatever you want to call it. So that's all it is just understanding, okay, bro, it's going to be a dog fight. But I'm glad we on this side of it, man. Shout out to the boys. They playing hard. They continue to play. The thing is, the stuff we got to clean up is all right here. That's the beauty of it. You just start playing solid football, not spectacular football. Play solid football, and this shit gonna get a whole lot easier. That's the blessing about all this, man. We ain't sitting here talking about, dang, man, we got too many 3 stars on the field, and man, he can't recruit. Nah, that ain't a problem no more. We just got, and let me say this. Our coordinators were shaky yesterday. This is the first time I got to give them under an A. I'm giving them D's. But the one guy I'm gonna give an A, y'all don't never remember the good stuff I say. Y'all always talk about the bad shit I say. Mario still gets an A. Mario still gets an A. He would have got an A plus if he would have took Dawson and choked the shit out of him after that first series, but he gets an A. The clock management was there. All the timeouts was appropriately called, man. The team stayed calm. You didn't see nobody implode. You know what I'm saying? It looked like if there was ever opportunity for this mix of transfers and guys to clash, it was last night. Everybody stayed together as a team. I don't care about Cam and Dawson yelling, whatever that was. They stayed together as a team and they believe. And a lot of that,
Wait a
what you're
minute.
seeing is
Cam and Dawson was yelling at each other.
Yeah.
Huh?
yeah, it looked like Cam. Yeah, it looked like Cam said something on the sideline to him,
Yeah,
whatever it was.
earlier in the game, but then
Yeah, like first quarter.
and he later said that, hey, in his post game interview, he said, yeah, Dawson reeled me in, and I forgot who said it in the Discord. Shout out to you. I can't remember who it was because it'd be a
I
lot of
said it.
faces on it.
That was Rich.
Oh yeah, but yeah, somebody had said something about the fact that it was like a hierarchy. Like he's like, hey, I'm the coach,
Oh,
you're the player, and he's like, he reeled him in and said, hey, stop trying to be like, take what they're giving you. Like you ain't got to
I think
gun
it
it
was
in.
Josh.
Yeah,
I think
like I
Josh
said,
said that.
it don't be
I think it was
names in the
Josh.
it don't be names in the Discord, so it just be faces. So I don't be unless you tap it. So, but I was like,
Mhm.
that was an excellent point. That like, yeah, like Cam got to remember sometimes, like, I know he has aspirations because he said he has aspirations on being a coach one day. And I think he'll be a phenomenal coach. But yeah, you understand, like, hey, at the end of the day, I'm coach. Let me coach. You're player. Go play. I'm coach telling player, as a player, take what they're giving you. It ain't always got to be a straight, it ain't always got to be a
Mm-mm.
knockout punch. They can't all be haymakers. You're going to punch yourself out. A
Well,
jab will
yeah,
work from time to time.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because I've had people tell me that like he holds the ball because the receivers aren't getting separation. In theory, that's why quarterbacks hold the ball. But we have Restrepo on our team.
Mm-hmm.
He's open.
Mm-hmm.
He's open. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. He's been open for every quarterback we've had.
Mm-hmm.
So Cam, listen, two people are open. It's the dude in the flats and Restrepo. So that's not why
Yes.
he's holding the ball. That's not why he's holding the ball. He's holding the ball because I think he sees football. I think his creative mind sees football different. And once the play starts, I think when the play breaks, he becomes comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And for the record, I don't think there was other than that pick six. I don't think there was a single bad downfield throw that he made last night. If anything, some of them shits hit people in the chest, in the hands.
They should have
There
got
was
him.
there was one
Yeah.
that he threw the Restrepo that tipped high. Thank God that shit didn't get picked off. But outside of
Man,
that, like
Well, it was a couple. It was a few bad. He's been off for some reason. He's got to work on that. Remember, we had that Horton touchdown,
his
and he
move.
just overthrew that shit. I don't know where the fuck he was throwing that to. He had a couple of high balls and stuff like that, and I don't. That needs to be worked on because it's like 2 or 3 games in a row, and that's the blessing about it. Like, oh man, it's little stuff. We start knocking out that little stuff, and teams are still getting their ass kicked. Like, we talked about the 21-7 at Virginia Tech.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing tonight, man. We just little stuff, dog. That's it. We knock out that little stuff. We still gonna be beating the hell out of teams, man. So
yeah.
hopefully
Yeah.
we'll get there, man.
Dog, I
Shout out,
think
Yeah.
shout out to
I love the
that's
way he dog, I love the way he uses Restrepo. It's kind of like he loves Horton. Horton had 11 target. He loves Horton. JG is the one who can get the yak. But when the shit's on the line, he knows Restrepo's open the whole game. When it's on the line, he like, man, we could take chunks with Restrepo. You know what I'm
and
saying?
that's the problem. It seemed like that's what they missed. It seemed like almost like he baited them for 3 quarters. Like I haven't been throwing the ball to Restrepo like that, but yeah, when the game's on the line, I need him to get a field. Cool.
He going
First
to
play,
him.
yeah, first play, 77 yards off the rip. Let's get it.
Whether he
And you
land
can
on the
see,
ground, he
like,
going to him.
that's why I was asking you, Street. Did you see the linebacker? Because the linebacker when Mendoza went back out there for that last drive was boo-hoo crying. He was crying.
Mhm.
Really?
Number 0, he was crying.
Yeah, he
Like
was.
he
I
was on
got
the
a picture of
sideline.
that.
Like he was going through it. Because I think he felt like we really fucked the opportunity up. I don't know if it was because there was times last night where he was covering receivers. Like 0 was covering receivers, and he covered
Yeah.
Restrepo a couple
That dude
times. I
was
think,
everywhere.
yeah, and I think that's what he was upset about is that like we had this shit right in front of us, and we let this shit go.
Oh no,
Mendoza started
we all
crying
we
when
all
when he
play
threw that
sports.
pick.
We've
Yeah,
all played sports, Medi, and the realization that somebody's better than you, like,
that shit is humbling. I'm gonna tell you right, man. Look, I played corner, and there was a lot of guys that I thought like I was like, this motherfucker ain't fast. You watching warm ups, and you get out there on the field, and that motherfucker run a go past you or run a post, and you just see like he's moving at a different speed than me, and there's nothing I can do about it. That
Mhm.
shit is so fucking humbling.
And I think he realized that, oh, if we can't beat them up 25 in the third, then we just can't beat them. And that probably hurt, dog. He
Probably
probably
no,
probably
it
lost to
does.
Cam Ward last year. Oh, well, they beat Cam Ward
It
last year,
beat
right?
Cam Ward.
They
Yeah,
beat
Yeah.
Cam Ward.
He probably, yeah, it is humbling. We all play sports, and I remember we played against this kid was averaging 63 points at the Las Vegas tournament, and we held him to 36 points.
and you got to take that as a more victory. Like at least he didn't get off against him. You said like,
And after the game, the coach didn't fuss at us or nothing. He just said, "Hey, we're gonna see that motherfucker on ESPN in for a couple of years. Let's go get something to eat." That was the moment I knew I wasn't going to the NBA. I saw it in real life. Yeah. So sometimes when in sports, man, when you realize that, oh, if we couldn't beat them today, like we could be 9 out of 10, they gonna get us.
That's tough, man. And I guess I feel for the kid, but I also told, like I said, all them Calgary people, oh, the Cal fans are so chill. Yeah, you seen that video when we started to click, that shit changed real quick.
Nah, right. They were very. See, those fans across the country, man, they say stuff to you like, "Hey, man, thank you for coming." Like Miami fans aren't like that, but when it gets down to it, and that pain set in, then you see the disparity between a kid that could pay to go to Cal and a kid that's on scholarship at Miami.
Yeah, them hard ERs start flying, don't it?
Exactly.
Start flying like that trash was on the field.
Right. So listen, man, let's get up out of here, bro. We got 2016 in here. Everybody hit the like button and share. I'm gonna end it with this video that we started with, man. Y'all can go ahead and watch it. Cal kids throwing stuff and Michael Irvin talking to me about his shirt. He seemed to be the only one that got one, and he ain't printed them up yet. But man, that was a great win last night, man. I wouldn't hope that on anybody. Like I wouldn't hope. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. I don't give a fuck how it ended. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't wish that on anybody. And I'll see y'all boys in the Villan membership, man. All right.
So,
Peace.
Hey, y'all be safe this week. Hurricane week.
There's a hurricane out there for real, bro.
Yeah, dog.
Yes, sir.
I can't catch a break. I just shipped my car to Tampa, and on my car that I just shipped to Tampa, I'm here back in North Dakota in the Airbnb. I got to go back to Tampa, hopefully early to go get my car to drive to Georgia. I'm going through it, but I'm still here for y'all, man. So,
all right, man. We finna talk in the back.
Oh.
Gave up in the third, fourth quarter. I don't even want to hear it, man. A lot of y'all went home. A lot of y'all turned y'all went to watch UFC. A lot of y'all turned your motherfucking TVs off. A lot of you went in there and cuddled with your girlfriend. You didn't know what you was gonna say tomorrow, and you woke up to Cam Heisman doing it again. And he kind of created some of it. You know what I'm saying? But he made it happen. What Cooney said to me is, he said, Street, watch this. And that's what he said?
Yep.
He said, watch this.
And we watched it.